whose life is like rolling dice. Praying they'll set you free so you can spread your wings. Trying to find light, but the darkness won't leave.
Come celebrate the sunny days. It wouldn't be as special if it wasn't for the pain.
I'm just a product of the struggle, a little angel who became a strong being that will never break.
I came up from the streets. I wasn't born on the streets. I feel like I'm destined to achieve great things, but I feel oppressed a little bit in the trenches.
You got your family, or you got nobody.
And diverse and jangled is so ugly. Only the better what they see in the country. Come celebrate our struggle. You can't live in the past. It really doesn't last.
Never leave me alone. A serious face, but an attitude to protect.
It's hard to leave good friendships behind. In fact, I wish I could rewind. Think about the positive, the cherished moments.
And the happiness we've come to pursue once you come celebrate with me.
Young and full of life. Won't you celebrate with me as we join in for another day?
Living life to the fullest, that's how it should be. Come celebrate with me.
Come celebrate with me. Please give it up for Miss Etta James. Miss James, we're so honored to have you here with us tonight. Thank you for coming in.
You could call me Etta.
Etta, we're so honored to have you here with us tonight.
Feels great to come in and share my story. I'm so tired of all these reporters mixing it up.
You know, you are one of my favorite artists. I watched a lot of your interviews, and you always seem to speak your mind.
Well, I never did like changing the way I speak. I always thought that we would be assimilating if we spoke any other way.
And why is that?
I feel like as a woman of color, speaking for us, we will always pressure to change the way we like to speak and hide our true selves. And I don't want to fall into that pressure to change the way I like to talk.
So I understand you've had a lot of struggles growing up into the music industry. What do you think has been the greatest thing you have had to overcome?
Why, I do believe one of the hardest things to overcome was my heroin addiction. It was not my best self, and it was a hell of a habit to break.
Now that does sound like a powerful thing to overcome. Do you think you would be comfortable enough to speak on this subject tonight?
Of course, I wouldn't mind. It's not a story I'm proud of, but I think it's time to get it out there.
Okay, so what was the earliest you can recall of your heroin addiction?
I can recall from the very beginning. The year was 1963 and I was 25 years old. That was the first time I tried it. I was nervous at first, but the high felt like a fantasy.
So what was your mindset to want to try this substance?
Well, when I was younger, I did go through a hell of a lot, from my mom being a 14-year-old prostitute, from singing every goddamn day at church so that my godfather wouldn't beat me. So I was serious about turning little church James Etta into a tough bitch called Etta James. It all started when I met Red Dillon, a well-known gangster on the run from the feds from a murder charge. I guess you can say he was a major influence in my drug life. We would smoke at his friend's place, shoot up and snort all types of shits. That was until he got caught. It all happened so fast. That was my mindset when I tried heroin for the first time.
Wow. Did you think you had a problem then?
Now that I think about it, I didn't, but my manager sure did. He sent me to rehab. He thought I was going to change. That was until I got out. I tried to quit it, but it just wouldn't let me go. My music was the only thing I cared about.
Look who's back. Pretty little Etta James.
That's me.
So where you been? I thought you overdosed or died or something.
Yeah, not fun.
So how you been? You always been my favorite customer, bringing in that big money.
That manager Told me he was gonna take me out to dinner. Next thing you know, I'm at a rehab center.
Played you, huh?
And more like I played him. I just got out the rehab center an hour ago. Took a cab downtown. I knew you'd still be here.
You just came to chat, you gonna buy something.
Don't ask no stupid questions. Yeah, I'm gonna buy. You still got the black tart?
Fuck yes, I got that high quality shit. I'll throw you a gram for 50 since you been clean this whole time.
I'll take 6 grams.
I'll be seeing you one, right?
Yeah, of course.
So you spent $300 on heroin as soon as you got out? Does this happen often then?
Yes, it did. I would regularly spend $300 a day on it.
And Leonard Chess was your manager while this was happening, correct?
Yes.
What was your relationship with Chess?
Signing with Chess was one of the best decisions I've made. My songs are always going to the top of the charts. He thought it was a good decision, too. Parasite left me no royalties. He used me up to make that good money.
So how did you receive money without making royalties?
Basically by doing gigs in black clubs and in the big city. That was until I got into another bad habit during the time.
Bad habit of what?
Writing back checks. I started writing back checks years back, getting tons of money, using it all up on drugs and other necessities. Kept me on for years, feeding my addiction. I guess you can say writing back checks was also an addiction to me. Couldn't stop. Until I got caught in a hotel in New York. Did a short time at Rikers Island.
Where did you go after that short time at Rikers?
I left to the Windy City, Chicago, when things only took a turn for the worst. I was at a friend's house on the south side, shooting up, getting high. The police came down, kicked down the door. I got sent to Cook County Jail. Did 4 months. You thought you had found a good girl who wants to love you and give you the world. Now you find that you've been misused. Talk to me, I'll do what you choose. I want you to tell mama all about it. Tell mama what you need, and I'll make everything alright.
That one sounded great.
You really think so?
Sure was better than the last one.
Wait, I'm gonna keep writing.
Quiet in there, ladies. Time to go to sleep. Lights out.
But things changed when I got out of jail once again. That's when I met you.
When you met who?
Artist Mills.
Lovely performance in here. Love your face too.
Thank you, Donna. And you are?
Artist Mill. Pleasure in meeting you, Miss James. I've seen most of your performances at nightclubs in Chicago. Fine voice you got there.
Pretty fine looking yourself, too. You want to go backstage so we can talk more, get to know each other more? Maybe smoke a few more before my next one comes?
Sure.
Where did you go up? How was Artist Mills to you when you first met him?
He seemed charming. Caught my eyes attention, too. I could tell he loved me since he first spotted me outside of that nightclub in Chicago. The way his eyes were met, as he was staring at my face, I was like an angel to him. Perfect. But he was the real angel. An angel that I ruined for years. I love you, artists. Don't ever forget that.
Why are you talking like that?
Like what, Vernon?
Like something bad's gonna happen. I told you, keep thinking negative like that, something bad will happen.
You're right, love. Now, count the last stack of money. We got $20,000 so far. That should keep us on the run for at least another 6 months till we gotta cash more checks in. I picked Texas, so it's your turn when we're off to next.
How's Hawaii sound? We'll go to a nice place by the beach. They won't think we went off that far.
Yes, that sounds lovely. We'll get there and we'll buy a house by the beach and we'll keep our same routine and live peacefully by the beach. It'll be wonderful.
I love you, Anna.
I love you too, Brian. Honey, I don't feel so good.
What are you talking about?
DEA, drop everything and put your hands up.
He was sent to jail. He spent 10 years in prison on drug charges. He took the blame for me. I got off with a few programs in rehab. I'll never forget what he did for me.
Did you continue to do heroin after all this?
I finally went to rehab at Tarzan Clinic. The year was 1973. Still remember the year. I finally kicked my heroin addiction. But I got addicted to food. Weighed 336 pounds when I got out.
So what was the outcome out of all of this? When did you finally decide to let go of all drugs?
I finally let go of drugs and all other addictions when I had my son Finette. So beautiful when I first met him.
Something told me it was over. When I saw you and her talking, something deep down in my soul said cry, girl. When I saw you and that girl walking down. Ooh, I would rather go back, boy, than to see you walk away from me, child.
My life before the Jim Crow laws was different from how it is now. My ancestors were African. I am Spanish again. I identify myself as an European, and that's because I had all the rights of a white woman. Jim Crow laws took my freedom away. It took everything I had. I had slaves. And now that my life changed, I would have never imagined to be one too. But I am now, at least treated like one. Now that I'm no longer free, I need to get used to a whole new life. What they did to my people is not right. We don't deserve to be treated just like slaves. We work too hard to be who we are just to have everything taken away. It's just not right. How am I supposed to live in a free country when I'm not even free? The only thing that helped the oppression was music. We didn't have the same style of music. There were many people from different cultures. When we got together, we would sing and create a new style of music. It was something so different no one had heard before. It was something so unique, one of a kind. The music brought every culture together as one. Music was the only thing that gave hope to everyone, that maybe one day our lives will go back to how they used to be. I now understand how the Africans felt when we took their freedom, family, and land from them. It isn't easy living as one of them. I just hope that one day I'll get my life back.
I'm talking about.
That's all you gonna do?
Do what?
It's almost dinner, and all you gonna do is clap?
Well, let me tell you what I can do. How about you let me take you out to dinner?
I'd be able to pay for my own dinner if the audience wasn't acting so stingy.
I see you ain't got nothing to lose, right?
You lucky I'm hungry. But don't be getting the idea that there's some kind of date or something. So you carrying this, right?
Anything else?
Yeah. What's your name? And what you do for a living? Because I'm not trying to go have dinner with some mystery man.
Joe, the best mandolin player you'll ever have the pleasure of meeting. What's your name?
Okay, Mr. Superstar. You don't worry about that.
The audiences are gonna go wild. I think you guys are ready. I have all the paperwork here. I just need some signatures.
Joe Katz McCoy. Mr. Cohen, I think you handed me the wrong papers.
Oh no, well, you know. I thought your guys' name didn't fit the way you look. We need names that are gonna entertain the people.
Let me take a look at that. Memphis Minnie. Memphis Minnie. I like the sound of that. I already like all this superstar thing.
I knew you would. Minnie, I'll make you a superstar.
Okay, well, if she likes it, I like it. But man, it's gonna take us years to read this.
Long story short, you sign these papers, you get an easy $500 bonus. And every record you sell, 10 cents.
Jesus, Joe. That means we'll only be making $30 if we even sell 300.
Look, that's just the beginning. If things go well, I'll obviously be able to pay you guys more.
Oh, okay. Where do we sign?
I really think we ought to read it first, just to make sure we're both getting our fair share.
We don't have to read it right now. We can go through this whole package later. Sign here, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Okay. When can we start recording, Mr. Coleman?
All right, then, next Wednesday. It was nice meeting you.
Wow, Memphis Minnie.
Yeah, that was perfect, Minnie.
Yeah, way to go, Minnie.
Oh, shut up. Come on, let's go get something to eat. All this sarcasm is making me hungry.
They sell really good food downstairs next door. Well, I like it.
Lester Melrose. I'm a manager at Bluebird Records, and I'm interested in representing you.
It's Lester Melrose from Bluebird Records.
No way. What does he want?
Sorry, interested.
Oh, pardon me. I'm definitely interested.
It'll be great. You can come down tomorrow at Bluebird Records at 10 a.m., okay? And ask for me. Looking forward to seeing you, Miss Minnie.
Yes, sir, Mr. Melrose. Thanks for calling. I'll be there.
What did you say?
10 a.m. I'm going to see the Bluebirds.
Just you?
I told him I was going to bring you two. He knows what we do together.
Memphis, Minnie, how I do love the sound of that.
Mr. Melrose, pleasure to meet you. And this is my husband, Candace Joe McCoy. I'm sure you heard him on my album. He's the one who...
Please take a seat. So, Minnie, I'm glad you accepted my offer. You are exactly what Bluebirds is looking for.
Mr. Melrose, my husband and I are real excited.
This is going to be a big one. Minnie, I got major plans for you.
Hold it right there! No, she's not accepting nothing. We're together on this. If you hire her, you got to hire me too. It's either you want the whole package or nothing. She's not signing anything. Minnie, let's go.
Minnie, wait. This could be a major impact in your career. I believe in you, and it's an offer you cannot afford to refuse. You're breaking all the rules, society's changing, and the people want someone like you. Joe is fine, he's a great musician, but he is not Memphis Minnie. Years from now, he's going to fade away into the background, and people are still going to hear your name.
Hey, you put some respect on my name. Minnie, what are you waiting for? I said let's go.
Okay, I don't know who the hell you're screaming at, but you're not screaming at me. I'm staying. Oh, look who it is. You finally decided to show up. I thought you was going to be mad all your life.
What? You want me to be all happy that you left me out?
Left you out. Now this is my fault. You know I tried to get you in that contract. You should be happy for me instead of giving me more shit and stress.
Yeah, but I thought we were together on this.
Okay, but if I get offered bigger opportunities, I'll take them. I don't want to go back to playing in the streets for dimes.
No, I wouldn't. I would stick by your side because I really thought we were together on this.
You're mad because I'm not performing and recording with you. That's really the issue.
You know what? I'm not going to take this. Here. It's our marriage and a contract to a tour with either me or Lester.
What are you talking about, Divorce. Divorce? Are you kidding me, Joe? Are you serious?
I already told you.
You know what? I don't have time for this kind of shit. If that's what you want, you can have it. Here.
I don't know who's going to put up with your shit.
At least I'm not going to put up with chores anymore. Don't forget to close the door on your way out.
I don't know why I married you. Wasting my time.
All right, Joe. Thanks for passing by. Minnie, you'll be on in 5. Here, I have your dress. You look great.
nothing now. When out of myself. Because I'm invited about this evening, chocolates, white time tea. Oh, I'm
Louis Armstrong, the love of my life. The first time I laid eyes on Louis, oh my God, he was a fine dark chocolate man. The way he would play his trumpet, the high C's, it sounded like an opera singer, and the crowd would go crazy. The way he sang, my bad, you guys. The way he played his trumpet, it sent chills down my spine, but it spoke to me as well. I was in the audience after dancing a set on stage. In that same dark, smoky room, we made eye contact. Oh, my God. After the show, he approaches me. My hands, they're sweating, my heart's beating fast. He hands me a rose. He says, "Hey, pretty lady, what's your name?" Well, I said, "My name's Lucille." He gonna say, "You sure do know how to dance, brown sugar." And that's how I knew he was the one. But Louis had a troubled childhood. He grew up without a father, and it was known around town that his mother was a whore. He was very poor, and at times, they couldn't afford to put food on the table. This really broke my heart, which is why I took it upon myself to do something special for my Black Diamond on Christmas. I wanted it to be the best Christmas, in hopes of showing Louis that I truly love him, and that there is hope. So that Christmas Eve, I flew into his hotel room. I couldn't stop thinking. He worked so hard 300 nights a year to put a smile on people's face, just to bring happiness and joy through his music. So like I said, that Christmas Eve I was in his hotel room, and I decided he needed a Christmas tree. You know, since he had a very poor childhood, he didn't have a lot of great Christmases. So I got to trimming, and I put the twinkling lights up on the tree. And finally, while I was putting the finishing touches, I was anticipating for his arrival. I didn't know how he was going to react. Was he going to like it? Was he going to hate it? I wasn't sure. He finally gets there. I say, "Merry Christmas, baby." The look on his face said it all. I couldn't help but smile and cry a little as we held each other tight that night. I'll never forget that night.
Although the trumpets were extremely jealous, the way he played, everybody could put a lot of seat. I honestly wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for him. The way we vibe was incredible. He made me sound so beautiful. He would always keep me clean and shiny. I remember him playing me in front of all those white audiences with their pale faces. White people go crazy to see us perform. They love our music. But deep down, they hate it. They hated Louis Dark Black Sin. They only saw him as someone who could make them laugh, but never as a real man. We both knew they were a bunch of hypocrites. I hate them for that. The world-created trumpet players. Those were filled up the marquee and big bright lights at the Cutting Club. My man, he would always be excited for every gig. He'll put his black tuxedo on and hang out in the dressing room. When we would finally get called on stage, he would walk towards me. He would pick me up, he would ask me if I was ready. And there was never a day where I wasn't. I remember him playing me all around the world, playing for rich people. But for this, we needed Mr. Joe Glazer. He's the main reason why I hate this book. My man trusted him all his life, and he ended up picking his pocket and leaving him nothing. He fills me up with anger. Louis deserved better. I remember us playing at what felt like 99 million hotels we couldn't even sleep in. colored cuts, the band members, and the Creoles that really thought and felt like they were superior. My men, I miss him, but we worked hard together. Louis, it's time to go. He's definitely in a better place now. You will never be forgotten. Louis Armstrong, the world's greatest trumpet player.
Why are you stuck in the past, Louis? You know, you don't have to keep playing like they own us. I don't understand. It's been over 30 years and you're still smiling and playing like you're stuck in the past. For God's sakes, it's the 20th century. Man, I'm starting to think you like being called a coon. But you know what? You is a coon. What you mean your feelings are hurt and that you're mad at me? All I'm saying, Louis, is not in the past anymore. You know, it gets me so mad because of the way they treated our people, our ancestors. You know, with the bullshit Jim Crow laws and lynchings, they had no right at all. And it gets me so mad to think about how this could happen to our people. You know what I mean, Louis? Why you do all that smiling when you're performing on stage? Did the lady perform the way you wanted? Was it every time you have to perform their way or no way? You led the way for us. I still respect you. But we don't have to do that no more, Louis. You see, so much has changed. Everything's more diverse than 2 decades ago. You see, our people, we're acting ourselves now. I'm performing the way I want to. And I don't need no white man to show us how I need to do it. Nowadays, Louis, you can make it out without the white man controlling everything you do. Joe Glazer, he used you. You thought he was your friend, but he was just in it for the money. My manager works for me. I don't work for my manager. I am free. And you are free too, Louis.
No tears, no fears. Remember, there's always tomorrow.
Mr. Glazier, you sure was a good man. You may have had trouble keeping your hands off me and girls, but it was good God. You was a lawyer manager. You gave me the best opportunities I could get. I played in front of millions of people, and they all know my name because of you. You played. Now, I'm the proud owner of Satchmo Bookings Corporation. Hope you ain't mad I changed your name. I really appreciate you coming on this bus with us, Mr. Glazer. It means a lot.
Well, what the hell else I'm gonna do, Louis? It's 1935, ain't much to do in Chicago besides everyone's about to see Louis Armstrong, the world's greatest trumpet player.
Well, I got to play my best to impress the white folks, Mr. Glazier. Maybe a high C note to get them. Gotta make them smile and feel good.
Louis, forget the high C notes. That shit will blow your brains out if you keep pushing it. All you gotta do is smile, Louis. Smile when you're up there, even while playing the trumpet. Smile for the crowd. They will smile back, and then I'll smile. Because those dumb sons of bitches will pay to see a black fellow smile.
Okay, Mr. Glazer. I'll go on out there and smile real big for the white folks. Thanks for that advice. But I hate to trouble you by asking, but I want a contract. Not that I don't trust you or anything, but I got sued the last time for captain the show, so I split my lip.
Jesus, Louis, you act like I'm gonna take advantage of you like your last day cat manager. I'll give you a contract when the show is over. You go in and get the band warmed up. Play your horn and smile. I'll take care of the rest.
But Mr. Glazer, I know you worked with the mob, and I didn't really know the business you had with them. Just that you scratched their back and they scratched yours. The connections you had were incredible. They're probably waiting for you to croak, but now they gotta find out. They gotta wait for me to die too, and I doubt they'll be waiting long.
smile. You haven't left the house since Joe died. You know the one thing that makes me happy is paying for people.
That's true, but the doctors told me I couldn't go off performing publicly anymore. You know, it gets real tired playing at my age. I run out of breath.
Well, maybe if you let out the reefer, you wouldn't have to look up the London.
Yeah, you talking crazy. She loves me. Who is you?
Hello, Mr. Lewis. I'm sorry, my name is Sidney Korshak, and I did business with Joe Glady.
Come on in. Lucille, do you mind making me some corn shake and cup of coffee?
Why? Of course not. I'll do that.
We made a deal with Joe about him being your manager, and he went back on that deal.
And what's that?
You see, back in 1935, when you asked Joe to be your manager, we were a little hesitant about letting him do it. You see, we needed him running the clubs in Chicago for us. And when Joe died last year, he violated our agreement when he handed over associated bookings to you.
So you want me to hand over Satchmo bookings to you and the guys down in Chicago? Ain't that right?
Of course. Now, if you would kindly sign on the dotted line. Here.
I, Louis Armstrong, hereby sign the stock of Satchmo voting rights for ownership, no joint right supervision.
Nope. Now, if you
I
would,
mean, I don't get shit, so why would I sign it?
we're giving you a chance to make things right for your backstabbing manager and yourself. Don't mess it up.
Mr. Glacier was like a father to me. He was my best friend. So fuck you, he wasn't no backstabber.
Really? Well, back in 1935, he said, and I quote, "We can make some serious money off this coon if you just let me handle it."
Mr. Glacier never said that. He cared for me.
Joe was a selfish little prick. You should have known how that greedy Jew cared about his money.
The fuck out of my property.
Good day to you, too.
That shit out of here.
Darn shame that we weren't able to handle this like adults.
It's a darn shame you weren't able to kiss my black ass.
Mom, what's with all the yelling?
This Sydney guy, he's full of shit. He's telling me Mr. Glacier never cared for me. They just don't ever stop. They'll say anything to make me look less than a man.
Now calm down, but I understand. It makes me mad too. You know Joe would never call you a coon. You think he'd do all the things he does for you if you weren't someone he didn't truly care for? You and Joe have been working together for decades. You know where he stands.
You're right. You're always right.
What I told you, ever since you played that gig in Las Vegas, you're not able to publicly play again. Everyone's dying to see you.
You're right. But you know, it gets you're right. But something don't feel right. My nerves or something. It's been a while.
That's strange. I don't think I've ever seen you nervous before, Sean.
Well, it feels like I'm gonna throw up. I am nervous, but for the wrong reasons.
Just try and relax. Deep breaths. I'll leave you alone to calm your nerves.
I'm just being paranoid. It's for the wrong reasons. It's the mob. If they wanted to kill me, they would risk killing me in front of the audience with witnesses there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a number of musicians all over the world love to play.
Hello, Mr. Armstrong. How you doing? The darn shit what happened to your leg?
Oh yeah, mister. I don't know shit about who shot me. What you want?
We're fans of your music. That's why I come here to see if you'll reconsider our little deal now that you have a clear image of what we'll do to get what we want.
You could have shot my cock off. I still tell you go fuck yourself.
You're right, Mr. Armstrong. Have a nice day. Running for your recovery.
He looks familiar. Did I ever meet him?
Yeah, that's the guy that told me lies about Mr. Glazer. He's with them, basically a cheerleader, because they do the job, and he gets them off.
That's a good one, honey. So you feeling better. You always got that sense of humor.
Yeah, that's okay. You go home and get some real rest. That face makes me think in that chair and comfortable. No need for you to lose sleep. I'll be fine here alone tonight.
All right. I'll come by and see you in the morning. I love you.
Doctor,
How are you feeling, Mr. Armstrong?
can you bring me a paper, pen, something to write down with you?
Yes, of course.
My dear brown sugar.
How are you doing, Mrs. Armstrong?
Good, good. I need a minute alone if you don't mind.
Yes, of course. Here, it's meant for you.
Thank you.
My dear brown sugar, I signed over such bookings to send you courtship, and I left you a trust fund I set up for you, my sweet Lucy. With an estimate $2 million in it, it's only at 2% interest yearly, so it grew by $40,000 each year.
So take the money from the SBC account and build that house you always wanted to build. You know, I always joked about my music and my trumpet coming first, but that was never a race.
You always came first, so make yourself happy, because you, out of all people, know that all I ever wanted to do was to make people happy with my music. And I hope a smile runs across your face whenever you hear the sound of my voice.
I'm glad I went to the Color Waves home and all that bad shit happened to me, because if it hadn't happened, it wouldn't have led up to this moment or the happiest moment in my life.
The day I laid eyes on you, just because I'm dead doesn't mean you can get rid of me that easy. I'm never far away. I haven't left. And as long as you listen to jazz music, I will always be in your soul.
I asked her who lives, a kiss the bell, a dream on. Give me a kiss.
bit of time for some questions or any comments that you might have. And just hit us with your questions and we'll be more than happy to answer them.
Was it fun?
What was the theme of your presentation?
What was the theme of your show?
It was jazz in the Harlem Renaissance, acculturation versus assimilation.
Lawrence?
Cool. I was wondering, do any of y'all listen to jazz now, or have you listened to jazz before? And if you listen to jazz now because of this, who do you like to listen to? All of y'all can answer.
I mean, I've always enjoyed, I'm a pretty diverse person, so I like jazz in the beginning now, and like I'll still listen to it after this, so I love it.
You just got really good vocals, like you get your chill.
Oh.
What was it like becoming different characters? So I know in the past you've done your own monologues, or you've done monologues that are written from the point of view of a classmate, but this time it's you're becoming characters in history. So what was that like? What did it feel like?
I mean, we still did our own work.
Yeah.
We wrote the plays and the monologues, but it's kind of harder because it's a different time, and it's like we actually got dressed and makeup and hair. It was different. It was something new.
I want to say it was something hard because it's really not you, you know? And you're just like trying to be someone you're not. And like the hardest thing is, I guess, transitioning from one character to another character, like you said. It was hard. It was,
Were you able to identify at all with the characters that you were playing? Did you see aspects that you could connect to?
I mean, yes, and no. That's where the hard part is at. You know, you're like, how do I connect to this? You know, how do I do this? Yeah. But I mean, the parts that we relate to, like, it was easier, to take all that in.
I just want to say, Candy, you did a great job of transitioning from one character to another.
Thank you.
I should know too, the playwrights are here. So Candy wrote Keep On Going on Memphis Mini. Wait, can we all guess which Nick wrote? Nick wrote Louis Armstrong's story, and Jackie wrote Etta James' story. Monologues are all written obviously by the students, but one thing that I think was interesting and I thought was really good, it's like really trying to pull you back. How do you guys get out of your own selves to be those characters? Like what do you take from that character that helps you bring that character alive?
Well, I think like you really just gotta think like this was actually a person. Like I really gotta bring that person to life again. And that's what kind of helped me.
I tried to find a connection with who you're playing. For me, I actually can't connect to Etta James because I do listen to her music, so that was the only way I could actually try to be like her, and so that was how I tried to bring it back to life.
In the back here.
What's your favorite Etta James song?
There's a lot, but my favorite, I have to say, I'd rather go blind. Yes.
Maybe one or two more questions?
I was wondering, is there anything that you've done or learned in this class that you feel like will stay with you after you leave the class?
The patience.
I have another thing, like, it's hard to go up just in stage and just talk, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess when you're nervous, I guess use that nervousness and use it in the character. Like, think of like a wave that why your character is nervous and just like, you know, apply to that. Y'all did a good job.
Yeah.
Do any of y'all think that you might explore more theater after this? I mean, this kind of gave you a taste of what it's like to be other characters. You finish school, doing some thinking.
I was thinking about it, honestly, but I don't know. It's something, I mean, it's there though, it's there.
No, Debbie, no. But you guys experience.
Okay, so.